Hello. May I say welcome? My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5. Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should. Just diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
It's 2018, and it's time to play the first Jurassic World Park builder since 2003. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I'm a bit sleepy. Wait. It was all a dream? Oh, man. Nostalgia. It's one hell of a drug. 7 years ago, the first Jurassic World Evolution game released. And while, in retrospect, it may not have been the best game ever made, it was still a game that we loved and appreciated so much. Looking back, some of the maps that we were given still hold their ground in 2025. But we have never seen these maps return, officially. Not yet, that is. So since Frontier won't release the Legacy Island maps for this series, why not leave it to the fans instead? For a short while now, I've seen a couple of comments discussing to check out some of the workshop maps made by a creator called Opinel, where this guy has gone ahead and recreated the original maps from Jurassic World Evolution 1, now in Jurassic World Evolution 3. So today we're checking them out and seeing how buildable they all are. So right here, once we go to my downloads in the workshop, we have a few maps here made by a creator called Opinel. We have Isla Sorta, Isla Tacaño, Isla Matanceros, and we have Isla Peña. Unfortunately, I have not been able to find anything for an Isla Muerta, even when I do go onto his creator profile. And I don't actually see Isla Muerta anywhere, so maybe that's currently a work in progress. Maybe we are going to get Isla Muerta just a little bit later down the line. But for now, we do have at least 4 of the 5 deaths from the original Jurassic World Evolution game. Not only that, but I did find this as well by Lyson Crafts as well. He seems to have built a really cool looking Isla Nublar that I also want to check out. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do today. We're going to download and check out all of these workshop parks and just appreciate how these people were able to create something like this in Jurassic World Evolution 3. But quickly, just before we do that, if you haven't purchased your copy of Jurassic World Evolution 3, there's a link down in the description that you can go ahead and purchase from, and essentially it works the same way a creator code works. So, at no extra cost to you guys, I also do take up a slight portion of that money, and it helps me out more than you can imagine. So if you wish to do a good deed today, or you want to help me out as a fan, then that is definitely one of the best ways to do so if you are planning to purchase Jurassic World Evolution 3. We are also heading over to 300,000 subscribers very, very soon, so do consider subscribing if you are new around here. But for now, I think it's time to load into some of these parks. So first off, I do want to jump into Lyson's Isla Nublar, which seems to have been made by the Island Generator, because this one intrigues me so much. As much as I do appreciate the other ones, they were practically just made with mouse and keyboard, presumably. So having one on the Island Generator, especially Isla Nublar, definitely piques my curiosity, so I'm very interested to see how they've gone about making this. Okay, here we are, we're now loading in, and what is going on with the water? We had a few graphical bugs here. What is happening? Oh wow. Oh wow. This is... it's a mod! He's modded it! There is a mod on Nexus Mods where you can actually... that's Mount Sibo. We can actually build beyond the barriers. So what I assume is happening here, especially considering we do have a lot of graphical bugs, is that he's actually used the mod and then he's uploaded it to the workshop, which is interesting. Now I am curious because I don't have the mod installed. Can I still build? No, outside buildable area. How far until... Okay, so this is the buildable area. Okay, so without the mod, I guess you can't actually build on it. But it does make me intrigued as to where the buildable area is. So it seems as though I can, in theory, place... Okay, I can't, but... Okay, not allowed in deep water, right. So the buildable area is a bit jank. It's not the best, but you can work out where the graphical bugs start happening, because once you're outside of the buildable area, that's when it starts to occur. So yeah, this isn't very practical, especially considering you cannot build in most of it. Like I can't build here, so I can't really get the full use of whatever's in there. Oh, we're a bit bugging out here. And also, I can't build on this side of the island as well. So presumably, I think it's literally just this section that we can build in. Let's go inside. Oh, it's the amphitheater. Okay. So this is pretty much it. Not very practical, especially if you are on the console version of the game, but I guess it's cool nonetheless. Let me just quickly keep going over here just to see where the buildable area is. Yeah, okay, so this is all buildable, but this is not buildable, but this is buildable. Yeah, it's got a very weird and strange hitbox. So building a park on this definitely is doable, it's possible, but you're not going to be able to build on the full island, which is quite unfortunate. But until they decide to update the island generator, this is the best we're going to get. Either way, this is the best, well, Isla Nublar that I've seen on the workshop. So if you see a better one, feel free to let me know, because this one, as great as it is, it's not exactly too practical. So next up, we're going to load into the Isla Peña map made by Opinel, because Isla Peña is the smallest island of the 5 deaths. So understandably, this island might not really be the best, but I'm interested to see the architecture and how he's been able to build this island piece by piece. Obviously not made by piece, but he's used the terrain tools. Okay, we've loaded in. It's a big square map, and here is Isla Peña. Okay. Wow. Okay, so sense of scale here. I'm pretty sure that the next islands we're going to see means that they are probably going to be reduced and made a little bit smaller, considering Isla Peña takes up the whole map here. But yeah, this is Isla Peña. Looks really good. Now, if you guys haven't played Microsoft Flight Simulator, there is a game where you can actually, what is a mod, an add-on that you can purchase, and you can fly over these islands, which are pretty much one for one. So taking a look at this, because I have flown over Isla Peña many times, it does look really up to date. There could be a bit more foliage in this region, but again, Isla Peña is supposed to be the smallest island of the 5 deaths, and not really, again, a practical one to build on. But I guess if you do want to challenge yourself, you could try to build a park here. I just don't see how well that's going to go down. You could probably build something here, and then build a monorail track all the way through, and then build something on this section of the island. But other than that, I don't think there's much more to do on Isla Peña. Don't really see myself building a park on this, but it is still pretty cool nonetheless. So now we're going to load into Matanceros here, because I really like the look of this, and it was probably one of my favorite ones from Jurassic World Evolution 1. Certainly one of my favorite maps to build on. It's got a nostalgic vibe to it, nostalgic feel. I just love the idea of loading back into Isla Matanceros once again. And that's why I really do hope, Frontier, I know you have the models and the assets there. Please try to bring it back, because I love it, especially for a sense of nostalgia. Okay, so here is Matanceros. Okay, so this is... Okay, this is definitely a lot bigger. I'm pretty sure I said okay way too many times there, but this map is definitely a lot bigger than Isla Peña's. I think lengthwise is practically the same, but the width definitely adds a lot of personality to Isla Matanceros. You can actually build a decent amount on here. So, you know, it would be really cool to have a series of building on these 5 deaths, because I was actually scoping out the areas to see where I can build. And whilst I can't build too much, let's try and get a sense of scale here. Let's put down a hatchery, that's usually the best one. Yeah, whilst I can't build too much, I can definitely build something, at the very least, on this island. So, yeah, interests me. Definitely interests me. We actually need to go to camera 2 to get a more... There you go, that's a better wide-angle view of this island. Looks very accurate, by the way, to the island that we do fly on, or over in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And even this little island as well is very accurate. So this is Isla Matanceros, and I think on the actual game of Evolution, you're actually building up in the hills somewhere here. But it's nice that we're able to build on the shoreline here, and who knows, maybe even extend the island just a little bit, just to make it a little bit wider so there's more buildable space and whatnot. But overall, this island looks really good, and I do appreciate the time taken to make this. Actually, I'm intrigued. How long has it taken him? So Isla Peña only took him 16 minutes. Wow, okay. And Matanceros, 32 minutes. We're going to load into Tacanyo now, which took him an hour and 9 minutes, and Sorta took him 50 minutes. So Tacanyo is clearly the one that I'm not going to say struggled, but spent the most time on. Okay, loading into the map. Here it is. Okay, you can see why it's taken a lot more time to create this. It's a lot more hilly than Matanceros, and of course I think Tacanyo is the second largest behind Isla Sorna, but look at all of this buildable space. Yeah, baby, look at that. I'm loving it. We've even got a beach here as well. The only thing that irks me a little bit is that the beach is on the same level. It'd be nice if we could just go just like that, and then we can flatten the terrain and make the beach more of a downstream area. Something like that. I prefer the look of beaches like that. But either way, this looks really, really good. Hold on, wait. Is it just here we can build on? No way. No way. Okay, maybe maybe the buildable space isn't great. Okay, we've got space over here. But it's like one side of the island and the other side of the island. Anything else is pretty much a no-go. So let's try and zoom out here and get a better look of Isla Tacanyo here. I still appreciate the time taken to make this. It still looks really, really good. And I don't know, the more I look at these like small island builds, the more I kind of really want to be able to build on them. Just like a short mini series, like building on the 5 deaths, Isla Tacanyo, and then we try to 5-star it with some dinosaurs and whatnot, make it look pretty, something like that. So if that series actually interests you guys, then feel free to let me know in the comments, because I guarantee somebody out there is going to be able to build Manticorp Island, somebody out there is going to be able to rebuild the Isla Saint Hubert Island as well. So we can definitely go ahead and do a series of building on the islands of Jurassic or something like that. And it's just basically mini islands like this, because taking a look at these islands, they are well executed, well put together, and definitely worthy of some credibility or some ability to be able to build nicely on them. So let's get a sense of scale again. Yeah, okay, this is more than enough space to build like a 5-star island. More than enough space. Plus we have the space over here as well. I mean, yeah, that's plenty, that's plenty. Okay, so the last one on this list is Isla Sorna. This is the one that I'm very excited for, because as we know, Jurassic Park 2 and Jurassic Park 3 took place on Isla Sorna, but different sides of the islands. One of them redwood side and one of them more jungle side. But we don't actually have redwoods in Jurassic World Evolution 3, at least not to the best of my knowledge. I don't think we do. So I'm interested to see if he's gone ahead and tried to maybe get some redwoods off the workshop. Let's have a look, let's load in. Okay. I'm looking at some good buildable space here. Let's explore Isla Sorna a little bit. So you have this side of the island, definitely a little bit buildable over here. Would have to then take a monorail to... Oh dear, it's looking very hilly. Okay, we could take a monorail to here, where we... Oh my goodness. We actually have the worker village. Oh, great job. Look at that. That's fantastic. He's even placed down some Easter eggs for us to explore. Now that I can appreciate. Yeah, so we can definitely build on here. I just don't think we can build too much. We have a passageway. Am I missing something? Is this supposed to be an Easter egg as well? Trying to think. I don't think it is, but if it is, then let me know in the comments. Either way, more buildable space over here. Not too much, but at least it is buildable to some extent. I'm hoping, really hoping that maybe... Okay, there's no aviary. Just thinking maybe he's placed down an aviary somewhere, maybe a custom aviary. A custom aviary would definitely be amazing in this gap, this ravine. But I don't see any redwoods anywhere. I don't see any other buildings at all. No, I don't see any. I think that's pretty much the only Easter egg. And I'm happy with that being the only Easter egg. Like, this is the worker village. Let's actually go first person here. Keep forgetting we can do that. There we are. So now we are actually on Isla Sorna. This is kind of creepy. Okay, we're getting stuck by the hitboxes. We've got crash cars as well. Can we get through? We can just about... No, we can't. Why can't we get through? Please let me through, please. Okay, never mind. I guess we can't get through. We're going to go back here. So we've got the worker platform. And again, I still can't get through for some reason. Thank you. Now we enter the work here. We take a look at all of the dinosaurs. Oh, this is awesome. Again, I can't get through. That's really annoying that I can't get through. Let's go back here. There we go. It's very immersive. Very, very immersive. And he does have the redwood trees. Now, I'm pretty sure it was just the jungle area here. Unless this is... Oh, no, this is from Jurassic Park 2, sorry. Jurassic Park 2. So, okay, understandably, yeah, these are the redwoods. So, can we please try and get through? We've got a worker village there as well. Can we... Okay, somehow we managed to get through. And here we are at the InGen worker village. Very cool indeed. Can we actually explore this a little bit more? Or is it just stuck like this? I think it's just stuck like this. That's a really cool InGen logo as well, by the way. Fantastic job on that. And yeah, that's the worker village. So I'm really glad he's at least gone ahead and placed down an Easter egg for this, because as cool as Isla Sorna is, it's cool because it has so much lore behind it, you know? So, so I'm really glad he went ahead and did this. But that's pretty much all of the islands that are currently uploaded to the workshop as of now. It is a shame. I think maybe he's working on Isla... what's the other one? Isla Muerta. And hopefully Isla Sorna, and then maybe later down the line he'll be working on the other ones, such as Manticorp Island, or maybe Isla Saint Hubert, because this can definitely be turned into a series. So if you're interested in seeing me rebuild on these mini islands, then go ahead, go down to the comments and let me know, because I have some really good ideas of how to formulate something like this. And I'm just interested to see if you guys will also appreciate a build like that. But Opinel, thank you so much for creating these amazing workshop builds and workshop items, not items, workshop parks and islands. That's what I was meant to say. Hopefully you continue to do that with Isla Muerta, and then we also have Isla Saint Hubert and Manticorp Island, so we can check those out in the future as well. But thank you so much to everybody who has watched this. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss your daily dose of Jurassic content here on YouTube. But most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.